Greetings, gentlemen and ladies. I am the Crypto Game Snob, and we're just going to take a little market recap. What's going on today, what's selling, what things are selling for. That hunting trap selling around $6. It looks like it's headed down a bit in price. I believe there may be a change coming to the hunting trap, so that might explain that. Blight Bomb also potentially, yeah, you can see Blight Bomb has dropped a huge amount in price recently. That is because Blight Bomb is scheduled to be changed from 3 health to 2 health, which I would say probably makes this card more or less useless. More or less. I'm sure there's better options. I mean, when you consider that Death has Ragnarok and some other extremely hot 1-mana cards, you know, Blight Bomb was pretty hot. Like, it was a good card. But does it compare with some of Death's other options at 1 mana if it's only a destroy creature with 2 health or left? I don't know. I don't really think so. I will be taking it out of my deck. Let's just say that much. Here we go. Highest price. Let's see, what have we got here? We have a Diamond Lysander's Spear legendary card that sold for $1,000. The last one of this that sold was on the 15th, and we had one more of them selling on the 14th. The highest price this card has ever sold for is 11,000. Really? That's amazing. Apparently there's one also selling for 8,500. Quite a big price discrepancy for a legendary diamond card. Legendary diamond card. I don't know if that's a good price or not. I don't use Lysanders much. But we have Demogorgons, of course, selling right around that $1,000 mark. Looks like there's a whole bunch listed at the same price as this one person, just listing all their Demogorgons. Maybe. It could be. I'm not sure. Jason right around the $1,000 mark. We have a Rat of Trickery that sold. This is, of course, a collectible promo card that just you can randomly, luckily find in your Divine Order decks. I think they're all pretty useless, but they're cute. I don't know why you would want these, but they're cute. Your opponent shuffles a random card from their hand into the deck and then draws a card. Yeah, I mean, that's really hit and miss whether or not that's useful. You might be helping your opponent get rid of a bad card and getting a good card, right? Like, you just don't even know. You don't even know. And that's kind of the thing with all the rats. They all seem kind of useless, but they're all so cute. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. The Hollow in Diamond and Canonize, also in Diamond, also a Rat of Healing. Again, 1 mana 1/1 that has a Roar of Heal a friendly character for 1. How can that be good? You know, like, how can that be good compared to some other 1 mana drops? I just don't think it is. But it is cute and it is collectible. So there you go. We have some Apocalypse Now holding around their $300, $400, $500 mark. That's kind of where they tend to sell. Avatar of Nature is down a little bit, but it's not really necessarily down. It might just be that Ethereum's down at the moment. Avatar of Nature sitting pretty usually around the $500, $450, $500 mark. Today we're around $360. We have some Pyramid Wardens around $300. These got up as high as $450. Actually as high as $526 a while ago. But yeah, there you have it. Here's a Genesis card that I don't think I've even seen. Protected. Ward. Set all strength of all other creatures with strength forward to 1. Interesting. Interesting. Some light shenanigans. A golden Finian fruit bearer. Wow, that's a cheap Finian fruit bearer at 246. That's a very cheap Finian fruit bearer. This guy should be selling more up around the $400 range, but if they do nerf this from a 2/3 to a 2/2, that might hurt Finian. It might not. Finian might still work essentially the same because he was never that difficult to clear in the first place. Removing 1 point of health isn't necessarily going to be the game breaker on that. It really has more to do if whether or not you got a little front line in the way, or whether or not your opponent has reach or anything like that, right? So yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the most terrible nerf for Finian, but that is certainly a nerf that is looking like it may be coming for Finian. We have some polys selling in gold. Nice golden polys. We have a golden Heiress, Queen of Chaos. Yeah, shoot, this card got all the way up to 2,000 in September. Wow. And now it's dropped down quite a bit. I guess that's just because, I don't know, maybe cards like Poly are just so much better at 9 mana. Deadly, Twin Strike, Flank, Hidden. On the other hand, right, Deadly, Twin Strike, Flank, Hidden. When this creature attacks, obliterate the top 10 cards of your opponent's deck. Like, that's powerful. I know Poly is powerful, but that is also very powerful. And like, nothing against Heiress, Queen of Chaos. That's an insane card. Neferu, she's also down in price. She was up around 250. Now she's down at 184. Again, we might be looking at the price of Ethereum, which is dropping, and the conversion of Ethereum, and basically the whole crypto market's pulling back at the moment. So these card prices are likely reflecting the current Ethereum price more so than they are reflecting actual drops in the card price value. That's my theory. That's my suspicion. So yeah, probably these are going to, well, I mean, for sure these are going to go up as Ethereum goes up. That's just the way it works in terms of, you know, currency conversion. But Underbrush Boar seems to be holding pretty steady. Look at that. Look at that Underbrush Boar. This is such a hot card. And he's as reasonable as a price as I've seen him in a while. Again, Ethereum prices have dipped down. So yeah, you got to do the conversion yourself. I don't know. Anyway, Guild Enforcer, still a super big strong card. Diamond selling about the same price as it's been for the last week or two or three or four, whatever the case may be. Anyway, yeah, here we go in the Golden Receptor. We have those selling around $100. Somehow these managed to avoid the nerf stick. I had heard that these were going to be nerfed, but from what I've seen so far of the patch notes, there's no talk of the Receptor. So yeah, maybe Receptor doesn't get nerfed, which is, you know, fine. I don't think it's overpowered. I think that zombie death decks are interesting, but they're not overpowered more than any other kind of, you know, well put together deck, right? They can be annoying if they get out of control, but any deck can be annoying if it gets out of control, and that's kind of the whole way to win a game, is try to get your cards lined up, try to get your whole board set up in the way that makes you win. And every god, every deck sort of has a way to do that, right? So it's not that the card itself is super OP or anything like that. Anyway, that's a look at what's been selling in the Gods Unchained NFT space. I hear the NFT space is about to go up, and I hear the token and cryptocurrency space is kind of pulling back at the moment. That's what I hear. So yeah, might be a good time to load up on some cards. Whilst the prices are dipping, they may dip some more. Even still, I don't know. Typically though, when the I think when the cryptocurrency space starts to pull back, people tend to get locked up in positions of whatever currencies they're holding, and maybe don't have a lot of spreading around money, maybe, except for those lucky ones who manage to get out at the right time. Then they might have some spreading around money. But yep, for myself anyway, and I think it's kind of common to get kind of locked up when the whole crypto pulls back and you don't have as much to kind of put into other things until the market recovers. So yeah, it's probably what we're looking at. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Oh, Finian at $40. Come on. Wow. You know what? If this nerf doesn't come through, this might be a good time to pick up some Finians. If he doesn't get nerfed to 2-2, if he stays at 2-3, there's a whole bunch of panic selling going on here. That's for sure. And if he doesn't get nerfed, or if it turns out 2-2 is pretty much just as good as 2-3, like if that turns out to be the case in terms of the gameplay meta, you never really know these things until you actually play them. Like, maybe it doesn't make that much of a difference. It's hard to know until you play it, right? And if that's the case, and if you don't have any Finians, well, it might be a good time to grab yourself a Finian, because who knows, this market absolutely will rebound at some point. Eventually Finian's going to be worth hugely more than he is, you know, 1 or 2 years down the road, right? That being said, at the moment we have a whole bunch of panic selling by the looks of it. So yeah. If I were you guys, you know, just hodl some of your cards. Don't panic sell. Don't sell your cards for massively underpriced value. On the other hand, you know, if you know, you don't have those cards yet, hey, it might be a good time to grab them. But like I say, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't listen to me.